Right on cue. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How the brothers doing today?
We are present.
Three the
We are
hard
vertical.
way.
That's it.
Back again to fight the motherfucking evil. My brothers. My goddamn brothers. What are we at the gate again to ward off and fend off the motherfucking evil, goddamn it. We at the wire. What's happening?
Yeah, man. The royal family, man.
Oh. Now listen.
I know that was on your minds, man. I know
Let
that
me
was
tell
on
you
your
something.
mind.
That's all off
I've
right
been-
there. That's all you, man, because I done wrote them motherfuckers off. I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. I haven't been able to stand
you know
them
what?
niggas since the 80s.
Let me say this. I can't stand these motherfuckers neither, okay? But I just thought all this was interesting, and I just say, if we, certain shit we need to be honest about, okay? 20, did you watch that whole interview with
I
Oprah?
watched not 1 second. No, I was cool on it, man. I know what the situation is, man. First, me and the lady was having a conversation about it, and I was kind of making it like just it's clear cut, black and white. Like, hey, they just don't want no black folks in their arena, But then I had to thought about it a little bit. I was like, nah, it ain't that. It's not that clear cut. They don't want nobody without status. I think that's more leaning towards that end, not necessarily her not being one of their own or whatever. I think it's she didn't bring nothing to the table. You know what I mean? The same thing that happened with old boy's mom.
I'm gonna say this. I think that both arguments can be made. I think it is racism, and I think that it is classism. But at the same time, if you watch this interview, it's a little bit more than that there, and it's a lot of bullshit on her part. And that's why I wish we could have all sat and talked about this, because we all watched it so we can talk about this, because this is my thing. That ain't a motherfucker that don't know about it, that don't know our age, older, some younger. It ain't a motherfucker that don't know what that fucking family is about. And she pulled if you listen to the interview, she pulled the old, I didn't know he was a Star Trek. I didn't know he was a star when I met him. You know those women who sit up there, they have those fucking watch parties and shit, and then they go to the goddamn NBA All-Star weekend and rent a U-Haul van and sleep in the back of that motherfucker.
I got you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Like who was that example? Another example of that one of the stars from Entourage saying that he was out dating this girl, and that's when they were popping. Everybody watched Entourage, and
Right.
he was like, have you ever watched the show? She's like, no, I never watched the show before. And he said they went out to dinner, and then all of a sudden she got to drinking, and she called him by his character name.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Like, you know who I am. Don't be acting like, we don't got billboards all over the city.
Right. And see, my whole thing is, I'm not a fan of Oprah. Not gonna go into that, but I'm not a fan of Oprah. But if you watch this shit, she was asking the right questions. And one of them was, when you're going to marry into a family like this, people do their homework. Did you do your homework? No, I mean, I didn't. I've never even Googled my husband.
Why would she have to do the homework when she could see the damn crown?
Here's the thing, though.
You saw them rubies. You saw them diamonds.
Okay, see, and that's what I'm saying.
You got to do your homework.
And
I saw that castle.
Right. And I think that's all she saw. Okay, because I think with everybody else, we know that there's some bullshit with the motherfuckers. From Diana to Camilla to all this shit in the past. Dodi Fayed. Motherfuckers know what time it is with these people. And, I think a lot of us, we see these little tours that they do. We know that shit is just to keep up images. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of bullshit on her part. Piers Morgan is getting ripped to shit. And I feel like if he was going to get ripped to shit, it should have been for some of the shit years ago that they claim that he did and said. But what he's saying is, we need to have a fair and balanced argument as far as this goes, versus just taking one side of it. And she's leveling out these accusations. They're putting these accusations out there. But the thing is, you putting them in an indefensible position when you won't say who did and said what. So now it's just this very ambiguous thing where it's like, oh, Somebody was talking about my baby's skin complexion, but the family's great. And you say, okay, well, it's the institution, blah, blah, blah. It's the whole institution. It's not the family, it's the institution. But then Harry gets on there, he start talking, and you realize the motherfucking institution and the family is one and the same.
It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. I mean, it all comes from the top.
There you go.
So it's damn, it damn sure is all one and the same.
Right.
My grandma.
Like I said, I just saw the the headline or whatever. I can't sit and watch and and discuss about a damn monarchy in 2021. I'm sorry, it don't land with me.
Let me tell you, a motherfucking monarchy, whether it's the goddamn, whether it's the Windsors or the Joffy Joffers, shouldn't exist in 2021. I think we can all agree with that shit. Whether it's the Joffers, the Windsors, the motherfuckers in the Netherlands, the shit shouldn't exist. It's goofy shit. They important for fucking what?
Exactly.
And listen. This is the other goofy shit about her. And I'm going to let it go if y'all want to let it go. This the other goofy.
You the one that got your teeth in it. Go ahead, man. Let it loose. Let it loose.
This is the goofy shit, bros. This is the goofy shit, okay? Now, you talking about this family and racism, but you didn't have these concerns when you saw this motherfucker years ago in a Nazi costume.
There you go.
Forgot about that. Yeah, he did wear that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did wear that outfit.
So it's like you got all these concerns. No, motherfucker. You rolled the dice and you thought you was going to be okay because of your complexion. Because if you look at any of those fucking videos with her in it, she was in lockstep with the rest of them. When she realized, well, shit, I still ain't light enough. Now it's, hey, Oprah. Hey, Oprah. No, man, you miss me with that bullshit. I really don't care about any of the titles. But then in another breath, they won't say my son is a prince. So look, I just said we can let it go, so I'm going to let it go. I'm saying. I'm going to let this shit go if y'all want to let it go.
When I seen her black ass coming to the media trying to cry about some shit, I thought about it like my grandmother. I told you not to take your monkey ass around there. That's all I can hear in my head, in my grandmother's voice.
Yeah.
What'd I tell you?
Yes, sir.
What did I tell you? I told your ass. That's what your ass.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And hey, gentlemen, it's just one of them things. Like we know they might not be shit, but you should have paid attention. You should have looked at who the fuck you was marrying. But like my man, like Mr. 2020 said, you saw the rubies and the crowns and the tiaras and the motherfucking castle. And you thought, I'm going to get up in this motherfucker. And they said, no, you're not, black bitch.
But see,
disclaimer, I'm not calling black women bitches. I'm saying this is what the general thought was when she rolled up in. I got you. I ain't caught yet. Black bitches.
You can't go around in motherfuckers and then come back playing victim. Victim.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
From princesshood, like.
Right. What is your real issue? What you had to do your own laundry or something? What happened?
Right. To see your ass get kicked out of club. God damn.
Right.
Fucking crying and complaining.
Come
about
on,
that
man.
shit.
That's why I couldn't give it a second look, man. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. You got to sit down with the O over that. During a pandemic. This what we talking about?
And crying broke.
Look.
Broke. Yeah, we need security. Pay for it like everybody else has to.
Right.
It's that fucking simple.
Let me tell
I
you.
need security, but I ain't got none. You know why?
Right. I want that new bulletproof Tesla. Shit.
Let me tell you something. If I get fired from a motherfucking job, I can't then go and complain because these motherfuckers won't provide me with dental insurance.
But that's just it. She wasn't looking at it as a job. That was a new lifestyle. That was a come up.
Right.
It didn't go well. That's all. That was a come up.
That's where I was going. And this motherfucker, he just said, fuck my entire family.
He wasn't in that family either. And I know what you're gonna say, man. I know it was all
No,
conjecture.
go ahead and put it
All
out
right,
there.
'cause
Go ahead and put it
look,
out there. Go ahead and put it out there. This is what the show for. This is what we do. Go ahead.
okay, so years ago, the tabloids run a story. Now, mind you, it comes from the tabloids, and none of us got DNA and evidence and anything on this. But I'll throw up a photo of the motherfucker they said was supposed to be his daddy. And you guys can take a look at it. He's the only ginger in the fucking family. Motherfucker
Man,
looked
it's
just like him.
No, he don't.
Man,
No,
he
he
looked
don't.
just like him, bro.
Listen, he looked just like him as far as his hair goes. He don't look like that
whole
motherfucker.
face
He
and
looked like
everything.
he looked like another one of them goofy ass Windsors. He looked like another one of them goofy motherfuckers. In that article, I looked at that Cosmopolitan article that you sent me. And that's the article. They put him next to the her trainer. He's the trainer as far as riding horses. And then they put him next to, what is it? What is his dad? Charles?
Mhm.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Now.
Yeah.
The only thing that he looked like that trainer is the motherfucking hair. I'm sorry.
That shit, he don't look like Charles.
Hey,
Nobody looked like him, man. That dude, yeah, he
What-
just don't look. He never looked right, even when he was younger.
right.
You know.
None of them look right.
Mm-mm.
None of them. What's Kate's husband? What's the brother's name?
Harry? Oh, no. William.
William don't look like none of them. He don't look like the father or his mother.
I think he looked like his daddy, man.
Yeah, I'm not looking that hard, so I don't know.
Mm.
I can't tell, bro.
Look, I'm going to say this. Whether it is or it isn't, I'm not going to discount it. I'm going to say this. This motherfucker was Prince Harry. The queen accepted that fool as his grandson, and he threw all that shit away over some pussy. That's all I'm saying.
There's a mean pussy.
Listen.
Make a man
If
switch
he-
gods.
Listen, if he had to listen to Kevin Samuels, he'd be all right. That's all I'm saying.
I bet they calling that bitch Sunshine right now.
Let me tell you. Hello?
Oh man.
Let me speak to the queen. Let me speak to the queen.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Grandma, I'm never coming home.
Yo, take it easy.
Get
That
the fuck
scenario
out.
is running through my head right now because that's what he did, man. He gave up the bag for her. Oh man, that's messed
I
up.
mean, but
That's
realistically,
exactly what he did.
He threw his family away for Lady Heron. And he finding out right now that it wasn't nothing but a bag of sugar.
Oh
because
man,
your name's heroin don't mean you gotta sell it.
you got to sell it.
Oh, he gave the bag away for a bag of sugar. Go ahead.
Hey man, I mean, but realistically, what did this motherfucker have to lose? He was like 9th in line for the fucking the title.
Yeah, he was never going.
He was never gonna see
He was
it.
never going to get
And
it.
then there's that whole thing about her fucking trainer who fathered him. So
Mhm. Yeah,
what's he really throwing away besides a bunch of headaches? I mean, this motherfucker ain't got to dress up and all that fucking weird shit.
I know he don't have to wear the leggings.
Yeah.
I know, but he gave up. He gave up the bag, man. You got to get a 9 to 5 now. You know what I mean? He
Exactly.
had financial security.
There you go.
They still have financial security. I mean, they're going to be in the tabloids forever. And the first thing they did before they left or denounced their throne was they started copywriting a lot of their photos and things. Remember that shit?
Ooh, got it.
Their
Got it.
likeness and all this other stuff,
Mhm.
so they could sell it just like
They're getting a check. Yeah,
This
they're getting a
interview, I'm
check.
sure, generated a shit ton of money.
Let me say this. Go ahead.
Well, no, and they were talking about Netflix deals and all this other shit. So
There you go. There you go.
they're fine.
They're gonna have money, but they're not gonna have money like your grandmother is on the money.
Right.
Money.
Yeah.
Right.
If you hear what I'm
Right.
saying. That's
Right.
what I'm saying that they gave up, man.
Right.
Your grandma is on the damn paper.
And here's
You know?
here's the other thing. Okay, one, he gave up his family. Right, wrong, or indifferent, whether we like him or not, the man gave up his family. Okay, and we could say, all right, but he gave up his family for his other family, who was his wife and kids. But at the same time, this young man is accustomed to a certain way of life that now he's not accustomed to. He's not accustomed to being without the royal penis cleaners. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's used to. He doesn't have that shit now. You know what I'm saying? It's like now he's on his own. They got a couple dollars. They probably gonna get some more, but this motherfucker gave up a country in a sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody looking like he a fucking fool. This shit has stirred up 2 entire countries. And my man just said, he just said, "Hey, fuck it. Fuck it." So, he made his sacrifices. This motherfucker's tucking them sheets in real good, man.
I don't think they were treating that motherfucker like a full blood fucking family member to begin with.
Let me tell you
I just don't get it, man. If I got that kind of security, man, I'm not fucking that up.
No.
They want me to put on those, royal leggings and whatever. Yeah, I'm rocking the leggings. Or whatever the hell they had these jokers wearing. Like you said, those goofy suits.
Right.
Or whatever.
And here,
I'm rocking it.
And here's the other thing, Cuddy. You realize that he was actually you realize that he was the Queen's favorite.
I mean,
he was the favorite.
Who says that though? I mean,
of course he was, because he the one that keep it popping.
Right.
You know what I mean? To keep it interesting. Like, I don't know what that little redhead bastard gonna do next. Let's just wait and see. I enjoy his humor.
She like, shit, I'm 99, goddamn it. Let's see. I need some excitement. Go get Harry. Go get Harry.
Go get him.
Go get her. That's she call him Harry.
He entertaining,
I can't stand it.
Yeah, man. So no, look, I get what everybody is saying, man. I've always said, I think we talked about this before. Why in the fuck do people even bow to them that's from America? And I think that's probably the proudest moment I've ever seen. Obama's was like, I'm not bowing to these motherfuckers. But I mean, it's just when it comes to journalism, you're looking at what's going on with Piers Morgan. They like, oh, he being racist. When his whole thing was, we got to look at both sides of the fucking argument. And they're making this argument against woke culture, which ultimately this shit is going to fall back on our heads, because it's going to end up being where when a genuine situation happens, you ain't going to be able to say shit about it. I mean, we really can't say shit now. But people, look, man, these motherfuckers done canceled Pepe Le Pew. They took my man out of goddamn the second space game.
Oh, come on, man. Somebody need to do that shit to Pepe Le Pew.
No,
he was borderline raping.
Listen.
Come on, man. That dude, he was foul on top of foul. I knew that as a child, that wasn't right.
Hey, look,
that shit wasn't right. You just don't be grabbing no female skunk like that.
You right.
And smashing her face all up against yours like that, man. No means no, Pepe.
What? Look, hey, look. But Pepe was my dude, and I probably shouldn't even say that shit, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, you support a rapist? Then that must mean you a rapist." Well, bitch, that must also mean I'm a cartoon. It's just it's goofy shit, man. It was meant to
it was meant to be over the top,
right?
That's all.
It was.
I get it, but half the cartoons back then or whatever, like hell, the old Warner Brother cartoons, they were in blackface.
Oh, them motherfuckers! Listen. Listen. Those joints was to make fun of people. They were making fun of French people by saying, one, they were overbearing when it came to sexuality, and two, that they stunk. That's what they were saying. They had before we got the Speedy Gonzalez that we have right now. The original one was a rat with a big ass gold tooth and a hair bowl. Then the other one's name was Slowpoke Rodriguez. Okay, these motherfuckers poke fun at everybody. The old ones that they took off was Snow Black or Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, was where they was making fun of black motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I get it. I get it.
We also got to understand that those cartoons that we grew up on, the ones from like the 30s and the 40s and shit, those weren't intended for children. I mean, they were
There you
played
go.
during the intermissions of like full feature length movies at the theaters.
hmm
So
hmm
they weren't intended, for after school, shit for children to
Okay.
watch. So
Right.
yeah, I think that's another part of the puzzle that you need to look at. It's like, yeah, it's
hmm
inappropriate, but it was meant for fucking adults that went to go see an adult picture.
Right.
This was just the shit that they put in during the bathroom breaks.
Let me
And I
ask you
guess
this.
our area, our time or whatever, I guess it was when they went into full syndication
Yeah.
hmm
or whatever is when we caught it. Because
hmm
it was, Saturday morning or whatever, you get a 2 hour, uh hit of Warner Brother cartoons or whatever. So
Right.
Mhm.
Now, what do you think about them getting rid of one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish? They on Dr. Seuss ass.
Oh, well, I mean, these motherfuckers try to cancel everybody, man. Fuck them. Fuck them. And
don't
Right.
buy it. That's
yeah,
all. Just don't
yeah,
buy
you
it.
don't
Right.
like it, don't look at it.
Right. And you know what? You would think that it would be that simple. If you don't like Dr. Seuss, don't open the book. If you don't like something that's on the TV, turn the channel. But goddamn, we shouldn't have them. We shouldn't have those women that sit up there reviewing movies and then saying what the rest of adults can't watch because they kids. They want their kids. They feel their kids should be able to watch shit.
So what the story behind that was that the estate decided to remove like 6 different cartoons out of,
6.
yeah, and then they were like political jokes, right? One with
Okay.
Nazis or whatever. There was really no true canceling of Dr. Seuss. Is just when they saw that these 6 were removed, that people assumed that he got canceled, or like there was some
They removed the books
fucketry.
entirely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think they removed the books entirely. But like you said, okay, like you said that just when what did you say with the Looney Tunes? You said that at a time these were meant for adults.
hmm
That was
Okay,
intermission. Yeah.
right. You got to think about when Dr. Seuss was writing this shit. This country wasn't as diverse, and there was a typical way of thinking back then. You got motherfuckers going way the fuck back through history. Like I'm telling you, they
And
gonna
they will, as long as they got the Google machine or
right,
whatever. That's why I feel sorry for these kids because they can't make any mistakes if they're on social
right,
media or whatever. They could bring that up, at their 90th birthday party.
and didn't
Like, remember
right,
when you were twerking?
right. There you go.
Check this out.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean?
And,
So
and and didn't they do that shit to Huck Finn? There was a big thing about the character Jim. They wanted to take the N word off of it, which there's plenty of ways of looking at things like that.
yeah,
Like if we get rid of this, will we be able to say, for the sake of somebody's feelings, will we then be able to later on point and say, man, this was the mode of thinking back then. We getting rid of the statues. Yeah, these motherfuckers was bigots, but it is a part of history. You know what I'm saying? Will we be able to say, hey man, these motherfuckers was the one that was persecuting people. There's a group of us who always need to remember where we come from, or what's going to happen in 50 years when they say, no, it don't exist. Look, but there's no statues, there's no monuments. We're editing the books and taking things away. My thing is, how are we then going to be able to remind our children where we came from? And it's not just black children, it's children, all children. You understand what I'm saying?
it's the Google machine. That's
Right.
how.
They're deleting,
That's all.
they're literally, yeah, they're literally deleting parts of history.
You said, I don't think they're necessarily deleting history. I just think those damn monuments or whatever, just them that presence alone
hmm
is troublesome to some certain people. They look at it and see, these guys on these horses
I agree.
staring down at them or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a symbol for some. It's a symbol of hate, and some it's a symbol of pride.
See,
I
it'd
You know
agree.
what I
I
mean?
definitely agree.
be
Go ahead.
completely different if all that shit went up during like the Civil War, but all that shit went up during the Jim Crow era. You know, so
Okay.
they're fucking
Mhm.
not. They're not that fucking old. You know, to
So
begin
so
with, they, you know, they put them up as a reminder. Hey, nigga, know your
To let
place.
you know the
Yeah,
place
right.
exactly.
you know,
Now let me
so
ask
To
you
look
this.
down on you, nothing. None of those are eye
yeah,
level.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's
yeah,
all.
So
you're
this is my
about just
question.
as old as our national anthem being
Right.
sung
So
in football games and shit.
right. So then my next question would be: is it a part of? Maybe it's not a part of Civil War history, but is it not a part of Jim Crow history that we can point and say, look, this is the shit that these motherfuckers was doing to put black folks in their place, to put these 20-foot statues up here of a motherfucker sitting on a horse looking down at them.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm
You could
saying?
put that in the old Confederate cemetery for all I care.
Right.
Put
Right.
all those statues in the cemetery.
Right.
Put them on the ground. Pretty much, this is what happened to them. They lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? They put those statues up to say that, hey, the South will rise again.
Right.
No,
And
but
I'm
you put them down.
yeah.
That's how you remind the kids or whatever. Like, this is what happens, when you try to buck
Right.
the evolution of man or
Right.
whatever, because that's what it was. They were fighting. Those are symbols of slavery.
Right.
You know
Now,
what I mean? Somebody won, somebody lost.
most
You know?
definitely. And please don't think I'm arguing saying, hey, these goddamn statues. I'm just saying they all, our people used to teach us you got to know where you come from to know where you're going. You got to know the mistakes of the past so you can avoid making them in the future.
Mhm.
And we getting rid of certain things, and then it's opening a door for certain people to say, man, we ain't never did that shit. Like we already said, they taking shit out of the history books. Hey, we ain't never did that shit. Generations die off. If you think about it like this, those old remedies, like the hot toddy, it was more than just that. Motherfuckers don't remember that. You ain't got them grandmas around that know how to do all that shit no more because things change. You understand what I'm saying? And so what's going to happen in a few generations, because these motherfuckers, this is a lifelong game that certain groups of people play. And what's going to happen in a few generations when ain't nobody around to say, "Hey, it wasn't like that." They pulling some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully, it don't sound like I'm speaking in a fucking riddle.
Nah. I got you. Like I said, man, they still going after folks from the Nazi camps or
Just
whatever.
got
They're
one. Yep.
still they're still going after people. So like I said, they won't be able to hide from that kind of bullshit or whatever. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
There's always a constant reminder.
I mean, but
Right on.
Always.
Are they really going after old Nazis?
And
Not the ones
they
that
then
played any significant
really,
roles. They go after like a
but
motherfucker
Right.
that was a guard when he was 19. Not the motherfuckers that
dude, I
we
know
put
the
on a
ones who have
pedestal.
asylum
Yeah,
here.
Right.
Yeah,
we put on a
The
pedestal,
motherfuckers
brought over, and they created our NASA space program. Like we
Mhm.
don't demonize
I was
those
using that
Nazis.
as my no,
Right.
because they
Right.
served a purpose,
Yeah.
even though depending on what side of the coin you fall on or
Right.
whatever.
And
That was just to bring my point about them not forgetting
right.
or whatever. They will
Right.
bring charges against your ass from the 30s, 40s, or
Right.
whatever else.
Right.
'Cause there's no statute of limitation on murder.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Yeah, man. And that was an excellent point, man. That was an excellent point. I mean,
but I want to switch gears real quick, fellas, because I know we're getting too deep into this damn monarchy shit. Have you guys heard of the CRISPR gene?
The gene editing.
CRISPR, yeah,
CRISPR, the
Mhm.
gene editing or whatever. Any thoughts? Cause the shit, it messed me up. I was tripping. I didn't know how deep it was. And then I started listening and checking out a few reports on that or whatever. It's a pretty big deal, man.
Huge.
Tank, who was the guy who came up with the model for DNA? Watson and Crick. Right. So Watson, he caught a lot of flack. I mean, he was known. Him and Crick, Watson and Crick were known for it was more to it. It was more than just them, but they were known for coming up with the model for DNA. Well, you know, and it's he's still alive, isn't he?
I want to
Watson.
say they both passed away recently.
Okay. In the last few years of Watson's life, he caught a lot of shit because he was talking about using like shit like CRISPR to get rid of like certain undesirable genes
Mhm.
and traits and shit like that.
Mhm.
And what came up was a lot of people got pissed off because they said it sounded like it sounded a lot like oh shit
Like designer babies.
oh no it was
But sorry to cut you off, brother, but yeah, that's something like that already happened over in China where they
mm-hmm,
were actually talking about the CRISPR gene. The guy had edited some embryos or whatever, and 2 Chinese little girls or whatever were born, and they said something like they won't ever be able to catch HIV or something like that or
right.
whatever. He manipulated their RNA, and yeah, and they locked his ass up for like 3 years already, for doing that. It was like, well, this is what we're talking about, because now you're going to start, having, the wealthy want designer babies. Like I want mine blue-eyed, blonde hair, and 6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah, and see what what I was looking for was eugenics. They were saying that it sounded a lot like eugenics, and they
Yeah.
said what happens when certain things become undesirable, like skin color and other kind of shit. And that's what he got in trouble for. And yeah, I know what you're talking about recently. I mean, he- they locked the guy up, but
Mm-hmm.
now we got babies that ain't never gonna get HIV. See, so he said it all boils down to ethics and who's in control of this shit. That's what it
And the
all
thing
boils down to.
is, all the countries, they're not on the same page. You know what I
There
mean?
it
How are you
is.
going to how are you going to unify that?
And
All the countries like, well, we could do it, but we're not doing it.
Right.
All you got to do is catch a flight.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean? The rich get in their jet, fly over. Make it happen.
there was a lot of shit behind that Chinese scientist though. So I guess he couldn't produce any of his laboratory notes or anything. Uh,
Is that what happened
Yeah.
behind?
that's
Okay.
one of them. The other thing is this is common. I mean, there's not much that we can do to prevent it. Um,
It said it should help out with like this pandemic
mm,
or whatever, but but bacteria always finds a way. You know, it's always been with us, and it's not going anywhere. You can't outrun
no,
bacteria, and that's what they're trying to and that's what they're trying to do. Why trying to edit these genes or whatever? They said it should help with cancer patients and sickle cell and all that other uh, crazy diseases out there.
uh,
Hopefully in the future we won't have them, but yet there's always something pending. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to outrun everything.
no. And they're Michael Crichton wrote a book on that a few years back called Next. Um, and he laid out a lot of interesting points. I want to say that was his second to last book before he passed. But species splicing is pretty much what that book focused on. But I personally think it's probably a dangerous path to go down. I mean, once you start fucking with things and eliminating certain traits, you can run into the same problem we see with some plants. You look at the Banana Republic, and they're facing a fungus that is destroying all of the fucking banana plants down there because they specifically bred just one type forever, and now they got a super fungus,
Mm-hmm.
and bananas are fucked. So uh, nothing is without risk, and there's going to be a lot of fucking fumbling the football on this. You think back to the George Bush administration where they made laws uh, to prevent use of government funds for genetic research, specifically using embryos. But it had nothing laid
Stem
out for
cell.
anybody with private laboratories.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, Italy, I want to say, was the country the following year that showed up with some bullshit, and right after that, dealing with human embryos. But yeah, we're in a time where fucking mad scientists is a real goddamn thing. I mean, you get somebody rich like Elon Musk or fucking Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. These motherfuckers have enough cash to do whatever the fuck they want in
when
any
they want.
yeah
Yeah.
shit.
And
All I want, I don't care about designer babies, any of that. I want a damn dinosaur. That's all I'm waiting on.
Here's the other thing: is none of this shit has to happen on this planet anymore. Think about that.
Facts. Yeah. Load all this up to SpaceX.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
let me say this. I agree with you 100%. And I was gonna hit everything you said. Look, man, rich or poor, motherfuckers are tyrants. Motherfuckers, there's tyrants, man. A poor motherfucker. Now it would be harder, but a poor motherfucker can go up through the ranks in life and become a politician and start pulling strings on what may or may not happen. And like you said, what happens when this shit becomes monetized? What happens when you get a motherfucker in there that doesn't like a certain group of people, a Hitler type motherfucker?
That's what happened with the inventor of the CRISPR gene. She said she had a dream, and somebody was asking her, how do you can you explain it to me? Can you break it down? She said she looked up and it was Hitler. And then that's when she realized,
See?
what the hell she did. Like, oh fuck, what did I just discover?
Right.
The lady's name is Jennifer Doudna or whatever. She's the one who discovered the CRISPR gene, and that's pretty much scared the shit out of her. If it scared her, everybody else was just like, you have no idea what you just discovered. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely a game changer, both positive and negative.
Dig it, man. When an idea gets out there, all that matters is who takes that idea and run with it. And like you said, negative or positive. Think about it like this. Orwell's what, 1948? Was that?
No,
1984 was it?
Yeah, 1948.
Yeah, the name of the book was what, 1984?
Yeah.
So if you read that book, I've went over parts and portions of it. I get to you hear other people talk about it. That shit was an idea. A police state was a fucking idea. Overwatch, overreach. It was an idea. Motherfuckers got drones, his cameras everywhere. You had shit like the Patriot Act over in the UK. It was the Civil Contingencies Act. Government surveillance. All of this shit is out there now. And it all started from an idea. So when you got motherfuckers out there who want to splice genes and shit like that, imagine motherfuckers, we got a way to finally get rid of they black asses. We gonna come up with some fake virus and say that we can use the CRISPR to solve it. Get all the women in here.
Like I said again, it could go both ways. They could
Right.
discover a gene and make sure that you could eat all the fried chicken you want and not die. You ain't gonna lose that leg. You can
There you
have
go.
all the sugar water. It could cut both ways, man. You trying to get rid of folks. Yeah, folks are like, let's see how fat we can make people and healthy.
Benefits.
Right. You got a bunch of
You can eat all
470
the pork
pound.
you want.
Come on, man. We live in a country. We have eating competitions where there's starvation in the world, man.
Right.
We got people. There's places in the world that don't have water, and we have water parks.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
You have a bunch of
fresh water, a gallon of fresh water every day. You take a huge shit in fresh drinking water.
Fresh drinking water.
See,
you have 600-pound relay racers. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody,
big fat motherfucker.
I want to see the tag off.
Motherfuckers passing drumsticks.
Man, I got to see. I wonder what that smell like.
Breaking records. Breaking records.
Like them rollers.
Records,
like them rollers the hot dogs are on at the gas station. That's what it smells like.
Oh, man.
Breaking records. Yeah, man.
Like I said, man, if you could think it.
There you go.
We can make that happen just because we got the money. We ain't got shit else to do. Let's see.
Polar
That's
ring.
what I'm talking about, man. I want my own dinosaur.
Right. Right.
That's that to me. That's balling.
I wanted one since Jurassic Park.
That's it, man.
Give me a mosquito, nigga. Give me a motherfucking mosquito.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I mean, just think if we're hearing about it, how far along some of this research is. Yeah,
There you go, man.
yeah, people been
Like
saying
I said, I
this.
just heard about the gene. Yeah, I heard about the gene, and then I heard about the dude getting locked up for already, doing his thing with it. It's like, well, damn,
I had a buddy whose dad is a doctor. Bad motherfucker. Said that as far as his job. Said that his as far as his
Damn.
job.
Pause.
Damn. Put him on blast. Okay.
The dad, he said his dad was telling him, man, because his dad running them circles, man, where you got to go pay $10,000 a plate just to sit and listen to an asshole talk.
Yeah.
But he says, you know what? The technology that we have compared to the technology that those top 1% of people have, we 30 years behind, he said, with some shit like this. So you got to think, man, by the time we get information, man, like you said, they probably already got this shit set up.
Oh, there's no
Well,
doubt.
I want to run in them damn circles. So again, I know somebody got a dinosaur in their backyard somewhere. I know.
Man, first
It may
Listen.
not be big, but I know they got one.
Motherfuckers talk about, how unethical cloning is. How we know it really ain't some Jordan Peele us shit going on right now? How we know it ain't 3 clones of us sitting down on a laptop doing that type of shit they was doing in the movie?
Hey, man,
Word up, man.
I mean, the first
Oh,
documented, the first historical incident of cloning happened in 54 with a frog. So
Was that the frog? I remember the sheep.
you
I didn't
remember
know
What was
Dolly?
that?
I remember
mean,
the
Dolly
sheep.
was
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there was a frog. I want to say in the 50s.
Mm.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shit that we're probably not.
And they don't tell you until they're successful
Right.
with it.
Right. Hell, we
Yeah.
probably eating all the clone shit. They got all the good shit. We got the
Probably, man, but don't tell me. Probably.
all
You
our
just don't
chickens
tell me.
got dicks. They chickens got the regular chickens.
Oh, back to the chicken with dicks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, baby.
it's gonna be strange times ahead, man. And it's just
Yes, sir.
stranger,
Yes, sir,
stranger
man.
times ahead.
Stranger times.
Mhm.
That's all.
Yeah, man, cause
And again, I'm looking forward to it, man. I like all the new shit. I like all because tech is always ahead of the curve or whatever. Just like from, to switch gears a little bit, like with the damn TVs or whatever, 4K, 8K,
Yeah.
Nothing streaming that heavy. You could barely get 4K stream, but yet the TV, all that has
I
surpassed.
still don't know why anybody would want a curved TV. Give me my flat shit.
Because we lazy, man. We lazy. We wanted to wrap around our damn body.
right.
Just sit there.
I
Like,
don't want to have to
that
turn my
shit look
motherfucking
warped.
head.
Yeah, I don't want to have to turn my head.
I just want to move
know,
my
but-
eyes. I don't want to turn my motherfucking.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man.
Right.
Those Apple glasses are coming out. Well, I don't know.
The
when they're coming out,
eyeglass?
but yeah, they were talking about the Apple Glass or whatever. It's supposed to be like those Google glasses.
Yeah.
Augmented
Reality.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Dude,
I'm
we
waiting
don't
on that
need
shit.
we don't need that, but yet here it is.
And I'm waiting
you
on
don't
it,
need
yeah.
that shit.
You
gonna get some up?
I'm on it, man. I mean, I'm into all that VR shit. I mean, look at this. I got an Oculus. I got a Quest 2. You put that shit on. You put it's called immersed VR.
Is that porno?
Did you get the full package, son?
We back to
The full package.
We back.
You
to
know what I'm talking
99,
about?
right?
The one that strap on. Did you get the full package?
Got a whole new name, the gamer seat, nigga.
Oh man. That seat come with a thumb.
Oh man. Yep.
Right in the middle of your seat. Just
I'm
right
done.
here.
At least it took us
I'm done
45
with
minutes,
that.
Ed.
Yeah. I'm done.
But no, when you when you put the Oculus on, you go to the immersed app on your laptop. Once you cut that shit on, you can set up the environment around you. You be wherever you want. You can sit in the middle of the space. You got fucking massive screens of the work you doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm into that shit, man.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, man. But again, like we always do, we somehow turned it X-rated or whatever. You know, since we already here, man. What about
I tried
the whole virtual reality world in the sex field or whatever? I mean, you got so many people that are so detached and they don't want the real life, male and female experience. They turn it to the VR realm.
There's niggas out there that want a dinosaur there too. For other Hey, but seriously though,
they want
man,
a chicken with a dick too in that motherfucker. They want a chicken with a dick too.
Their own personal.
Right.
They want to do something strange to that thing.
Hey, it's real shit.
Wow.
Hey, see, my problem, see, I'd feel like I'd have that Inception feeling. Because I already feel like I'm in some kind of virtual reality, some simulated fucking reality to begin with, and then go into another one, man. I mean,
Right.
I'd have to have a spinning top. Realize where the fuck I am.
You know, there's a documentary out about that. The Matrix Exposed or some shit. Where there's a guy who's saying, I mean, they said it wasn't the greatest documentary, but his argument is that all of this shit is a simulation.
It quite possibly could be. Just imagine if you came out of your mom and somebody threw the fucking Oculus on you and some headphones on a baby, and you never saw the real world for what it is.
Hey.
Wow.
How would you know?
Hey.
I mean, your earliest experiences are in a virtual world. How would you know the difference?
Somewhat.
Think about it, man. The Matrix.
Until a cop beat your ass, then you'll snap back.
Hey, what if that's how you get out?
That's how you'll know, Tank.
What if that's how you get out the Matrix? A motherfucker kneeling on your neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's how you get out the Matrix. I can't breathe, and you wake up like, what in the fuck? George Floyd.
I don't know if this is real or not. That fucking speed knot you got up there is fucking real. That motherfucker is swole.
We woke you up because your name isn't George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you pull them glasses
off
and realize your whole skin is white. And like, they shouldn't have been kicking my ass. It felt so real.
See?
You wake up like, what happened to my dick?
Wow.
My skin is white. My dick.
But what if you could have that experience, that VR experience as a different race or whatever? You literally could walk and be in that person's world. You know what I mean? Feel the tension when the red and blue pull up behind you. How you tense up, all that shit,
Fuck that. How would you ever know that you were out? Man, fuck that.
Hey, Cuddy, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this shit. I'm gonna ask the panel. Have you guys ever seen a movie called Existenz?
Is that with Ron Jeremy?
No. I'm serious. It's called not Existenz, motherfucker.
Like, yeah, I saw it. What about it? Huh?
It was called Existenz. And there was another one called Avalon. But there was one called Existenz, and it was about it had the same guy in it who played in Repo Man alongside of Forrest Whitaker. And British guy. And what it was this game called Existenz. And these motherfuckers was getting to, and they would just be in this completely different world. And the whole movie, all the people around, once they get into this so-called game, you realize that it's hard. You got to watch it. They realize that these people were actually part of the game, but like certain glitches in the way they would act. So throughout the movie, there's this whole shit going on. I say all that to say, once they got to the end of the movie and he came out the game, it was explained at a certain point that these motherfuckers had went into a game and then went into a game, and that they didn't know how many fucking times that they went into the game. So every time they unplugged, they didn't know if they were out because they had been putting the shit in the back of their neck so long. So every time they thought they came out, they was in a different version of the fucking game.
Mhm.
And the way the character explained it, she was like, pretty much you'll never know because you keep diving deeper, basically. So
I don't need to see no shit like that. Go ahead, man. Yeah,
it's on the B movie side of the game, but it was a good science fiction movie with a great message. Avalon was the same thing. But the thing about Avalon was it had a different way of asking a question. Was this person out of the game? The only difference was the world. I don't think the world around this person changed, but you knew that this person was still in the game. And as far as this conversation goes, it's like, how in the fuck would we know?
You would.
It's like, what if there are some like the other movie, Dark City, where these motherfuckers was on this, you thought it was Earth, and then you see these motherfuckers in these hats with these just these weird ass clothing looking like Hellraiser popping up, and everybody would just fall asleep, and they would change their clothes, change the whole environment around them. Well, you get to the end of the movie, you find out that these motherfuckers had been abducted. And these people the ones who abducted them was this group of aliens that were looking for the secret, the life, and all of this other shit. But they were controlling these motherfuckers, and nobody knew it.
I will never mess with you in these damn science fiction movies, boy.
It's a good movie. Listen, Ed, I know you saying that, but it is a good movie because the message it's just not. The only thing is, it isn't a game. We're talking about being in a simulation. And I was just using two different examples. One was the game, and one were these people that were abducted. And because they're looking for a certain thing, everybody would just fall asleep at once. And you see these motherfuckers show up, these humanoids, they look human, and they would change shit, then disappear. And it was just one dude who figured the whole shit out. Two, actually.
We'll make sure we keep your ass close, because you know how to recognize these damn humanoids and everything else, all these other motherfucking
It's a lot of humanoids.
It's very easy. Yeah. Your knees bend the opposite.
You said what? You said what?
Their knees bend.
Said the knees bend the opposite way. That's how you spot them.
That's how you spot them.
Okay.
They have breast and bulges.
I remember that girl at your house. Her knees did that, man.
Her whole leg came off. That was different.
Oh shit! We talking about me? Yeah.
We ain't making fun of the handicap tonight.
No,
we are not. We are not.
We know I wasn't.
We talking about.
We know I wasn't.
You a nub kisser.
Hey. And I did. Let me tell you something. Since you want to go there. The whole leg was gone, and she still had one of the nicest asses I've ever seen in my life. You know where the ass meet the leg, that little line? It was gone from the line down, and that ass was still superior. He look at him. He laughed because he saw her, and he knows she was fine. You know that motherfucker was fine as hell. I saw, man. Look, when I met that motherfucker,
the half of bitch I seen was cold.
Let me tell you something, man. I saw that motherfucker from a distance, and I said, man, I'm finna go rap to this motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, that motherfucker got a nice leg. Yeah, I saw that walker, and I was looking for the other foot. I said, maybe she got the foot up in the back because her feet hurt in the heels. Man, shit, it wasn't wasn't no another leg. Motherfucker was fine. I took another.
She was so cold.
Time out, man.
I took another shot of that Remy. Oh shit! See what y'all did, man. Y'all put me on there, so we gonna talk about this shit, man. Here, let's take an intermission, man.
yeah. One break. So don't turn anything off. Just let it roll.
Don't cut the camera off. Just take the headphones off and go.
Yeah. Don't touch anything. Just go.
Man, this play too damn much, man. Man, none of that was cool, man. I wasn't ready for that.
How was going, man?
Man.
How was going.
Oh my God, I didn't want to touch that, man. He is nuts.
I don't know if everybody that listens to this shit understands what happened. All right, so here's the backstory. Years ago, goes on.
I know the backstory. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Man. Goes on like a blind date with this chick. She shows up at my house, and she's only got one leg. Now the door opens, right? And I see this leg come through, right? And, it's like muscular and, like it looked like the perfect, like the fucking lamp from A Christmas Story. Perfect leg, right? High heel,
yes, sir. Yes,
fucking
sir.
stockings, everything, right? I see this leg come in. And I'm like, okay. Then the walker comes in. And I'm like, okay. Now my head go like this. And then the rest of this chick is cold. She just missing parts. And man, and
so the blind date started at your house?
Yeah. What was it, a blind date?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
All right.
Here's the story. Here, quick. All right. I met Cat say, and this is gonna sound funny. Cat say I was at the barbershop getting my hair cut. Cat say, hey man, they got this hair show up in Cleveland. You wanna go? I said, man, I ain't going to no motherfucking hair show. It's a bunch of they said, no, listen, I'm telling you, it's a bunch of fucking women. So I said, all right, I went up in there, walked away from the crowd, and I looked, I saw her standing there. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And literally, I was trying to clean it up. I didn't know I was gonna go to it, but I got a foot fetish. So she had her little heels on. And I looked down, I said, let me see this chick feet. I looked down, I said, this motherfucker got a nice foot. And I said, well, wait a minute, a foot. And I looked, I walked, I moved around. She didn't even see me. I moved around her and looked. That's when I said, oh, this motherfucker on a walker. Because I thought she had her foot. Motherfucker was on a walker. And, we went rapping. And I'm fucked up, but I came at her. We was rapping and, hey, I said, look, we talked a few times. This is the same chick. She lied to me about how many motherfucking kids she had. And no bullshit, because we was on the phone and she said, yeah, me and my 3 kids, blah, 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 blah. Then another time we talked, she said, yeah, me and my 4 kids. I said, whoa.
I could count. Running
around with a fucking taxi cab driver from Total Recall. That's what he was fucking.
Right.
I said, go ahead, man.
I said, how the fuck you miscount a whole person? And she said, well, because I thought if I said 4, it was going to run you away. I'm like, motherfucker, 3 would have ran me away. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm just trying to hit this ass. So I just, one day I was like, man, I'm about to be down in the Lumbo, visiting the Cuddy. I hit her up. She was like, all right, I could see you. Shit, that motherfucker came through the door with that walker. So I had to pick her up, carry her on up the steps, and had to come back down, get her walker and shit. It was the rest of it was history, man. And he saw it. He was like, oh man, you wrong. Oh, till he saw her.
Yeah.
That bitch
Yeah,
roasted the fuck out of her.
until that leg showed up at the house. Oh,
I remember cats talking about the girl or whatever, and it was like, she got one leg, but she got a nice ass though, dog. You hey man, if you saw her, hey man, talk to me. Check her out, talk to me. It's like if you see her, you'll see why he doing what he doing.
Man, look, I didn't hear the end of that shit.
And then it's like 15 years later.
Right. He told me I was all kind of wrong. Oh man. I'm trying, man, just because the girl handicapped don't mean she don't need no love. Look, dude, when you see her, man, she showed up at he was waiting. He was waiting at the door too with me. It's almost like our hands reach for the door handle at the same time. that motherfucker hopped on in, and he was like, "Oh, okay, shit, yeah."
I see how she got 4 kids.
You can see easily. Then the fucked up part of the game was after our little soiree, the motherfucker we was having a conversation. And then it revealed she was pregnant at the time.
Oh.
And I said, whoa. I said, motherfucker, you was pregnant when we met up? She said, yeah. She said, I could have lied and said it was yours. I said, bitch, no, you couldn't have. Because I was going to swab that motherfucker. I would have swabbed that motherfucker. You wasn't finna put a baby off on the player, no. No, so yeah, man. Yeah.
Handicap and foul. Oh, yeah, man.
Let me tell you, man. These motherfuckers, look, I don't know what be up, man, but I seen another chick like that in Texas, but she was missing a whole arm. Fine in a motherfucker. I ain't even go say nothing to her, nothing like that, because I think she had a dude. But we was at this I was out, and I think it was this little, I forget where it was, but it had the outside section. And I was confused. I kept looking. Like, where's her arm? And that's when I looked and saw that, how they fold the sleeve all the way up? That's when I saw the sleeve folded up on her. Fine in the motherfucker.
Just missing an arm. That's all, man.
That's it.
Damn.
That's it. So,
but somebody was on the same shit you was. Like I said, man, she had 4 kids, A girl. Man.
Yeah, man. I'm like, you got 2 disabilities. Shit, you missing the leg, and you got 4 kids? Shit. That's a lot of shit to look over. You got 4 kids and both legs you still disabled, motherfucker.
Come on, man. That is not the case. That is not the case.
May I remind everyone, disclaimer, that these are not the views and the opinions of my colleague, Mr. Turn Off the Lights, Mr. Tony.
Thank you for your disclaimer, brother. Thank you for your disclaimer.
Eddie Westside. I got to, because I know how I am, and he
gonna get us all jammed up. Like, so you don't like girls with disabilities, huh? Like, look, man, that was my brother. Well, it wasn't me. Well, he was talking.
We know I do. You can't make that case with me. But
that's not true.
Jam you up. I ain't trying to jam you up.
That's not true.
Like,
that's not
I will
true.
take you. I will take your handicap, but just don't be trying to put no baby on me.
Right.
That's all.
Thomas Jefferson fucked a lot of people he couldn't stand.
You said who?
Shut up, man. Stop, man.
You said who?
Stop.
Oh, you said
Thomas
who?
Jefferson.
What?
Come on, man. We done. We done. We off the handicap right now, man. We done.
What'd he say?
That's it. The odd story. He talking about Thomas Jefferson. Nothing. He ain't say shit. He ain't say shit. On to the next nigga. I want me a fucking dinosaur. That's what we talking about. I want my fucking T-Rex.
That was
That's
a
what I
buck,
want.
though. It's real. Once again, those also are not the views and opinions of our colleague, Mr. Westside.
I heard the story, man. But that's just, how do you ask somebody about that? You know, like, dude, I heard you had a bad one with one leg, man.
You
You know,
wanna know-
tell me about that. See, I never brought it up, man. But Tank told me, and I left it at that because he was, you know, he solidified it and said that, hey, man, she was solid.
Man,
You know, she was
easy
just
answer.
missing. You know,
Easy answer, bro, because we brothers and you can feel free to ask. You not outside the circle, man. You not outside the circle.
I left it at that, man. He said it was a go. It was a go. It's all
nah,
good.
Man. It's all listen. It's so much shit in my life, man, that I would rather laugh about than really it ain't even nothing to cry about, man. It's all laughter for me, man. And you family, so feel free to ask away. You know what I mean? I ain't one of them people. That shit.
How does that come up in a conversation, man? How do I approach anybody with that kind of, hey, man, I heard.
This is me.
Man,
this is me.
We don't do that.
I'd have brought it up. This is me.
I heard your dick is ADA recommended.
You don't do that with your dudes, man. For what? Why you want to know?
Because, man, it ain't a regular thing. Huh? Look, it ain't a lot of cats, man, that be like, oh, man, my dude mess with a chick or mess with this. It's women. Women be like, oh, no, you met. Look, man, it's just, hey, ask away, man. It ain't nothing I'm ashamed of. Shit. It ain't like bitch was an alien. I'd probably say I fucked the alien if I did.
Is it true your bed got a wheelchair ramp?
Stop, man. See?
Your bed got a safety bar on the side of it. Your shower got one of them chairs in it, don't it? With a back.
Both of y'all going to hell on a scholarship.
Your shower got a fold chair in it.
Oh, man.
Hey, Cuddy, we ain't shit.
No, we not. We haven't been shit for a very long fucking time.
Very long time.
Facts.
Since Scotch and pierogies.
We just decided to document it now.
There
That's
you
all.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. We got some footage somewhere. We just can't find it. Tank still ain't found the footage.
Riverside.
Yeah, we got some
Riverside, motherfucker.
Some of that shit just had to be destroyed, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Speaking about destroying evidence, Andrew Cuomo, a lot of people are asking for him to resign. First they had him destroying evidence with the deaths in the nursing homes, and then 6 women come out and said they either sexually assaulted him or he said something very inappropriate to him, and now their lives are changed. So there have been a ton of Democrats that come out and just ask for this dude to resign, which, should he? I mean, Republicans didn't do it. The last few people that resigned over sex scandals.
That's the Democrats. Who was that dude from SNL?
Yeah, Al Franken.
Al Franken. Yeah, you see how they ran his ass out of town.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's not immune. That's what the Dems do. They don't. Nobody rallies around and be like, let the process, go through or whatever. But yeah, they don't do that on that side. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but I don't know. Like I said, everybody gets their day in court, man. Let the evidence bear out, and let's see where this goes.
Do you think he ought to resign though?
He hasn't been convicted of anything yet, just accusations. That's all. No, not yet.
I'm gonna say this: if we talking about the mishandling of those nursing homes and the coronavirus, there is a thing there. There is a thing. But when you start talking about these allegations, that's a huge. I'm not saying that women shouldn't be listened to, because they should, especially when they're saying that something heinous happened. But is it not strange that when we talking about supposed powerful men or powerful men, that's the number one fucking weapon that they use is just a string of women come out of the woodwork. I mean, now, they got the picture of I think the incident that they were at when they said that he said something to the one girl, he had her hand around her waist or whatever, and then he grabbed her by the face and said he wanted to kiss her. But where was this shit? It's just funny. Where were these accusations some years ago? Why does it always seem to come out when they want to remove somebody or this person has done something? I don't know if he should be. If it's
when there's just like when there's blood in the water,
right,
because now he's on his on his back on his heels now,
right,
he's not at his strongest. You don't go after him when he's on top or whatever. This is the perfect opportunity to just keep piling on until he's already convicted and in the media. They'll convict you that way, and it's a wrap either way. You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing now.
But is it justice or is it opportunism? Because you got to look at it like this. Like I said, if it was about those nursing homes and he fucked up during, governing. But when we talking about we're going to use these women now, do you want justice or are you or is this just opportunism? You know what I'm saying?
It's both because it's politics. So always somebody want that seat, man.
There you go.
Somebody want that seat. It was like, just like we talked about, they sent Lady Hair on. You see what I'm saying? Same shit.
Meghan and them. That's I'm sorry, but the Meghan Markle shit, that's the worst episode of 90 Day Fiance there is. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Didn't it seem weird that the sexual allegations get top billing over the deaths?
There we go.
How about that?
There we go.
Because it's not death isn't sexy.
There we go.
That's not sexy. That's just old people dying, and not being reported. That ain't sexy.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. The death of those, the death of the elderly should have been the main fucking thing. But everybody's like, oh, it's a scandal when 6 bitches came out and they saying he did this. And I guess and there you go. That's your sexiness. They just lifted up the skirt and showed the leg with that one. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean,
what should be a priority never is,
right?
In the media or whatever, their whole thing. If it bleeds, it leads.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That's one of their slogans. But yeah, it's not sexy, man.
What you think about that?
I wasn't going there. Damn it! I know that damn look. That wasn't no pun intended. You bastard! You will not get me. Not tonight.
My mind
not tonight.
In the same place. I think my mind was in the same place as his. That's what I'm thinking.
That was a news media terminology. I did not. Yeah, you bastard.
I think my mind was in the same place as his.
Nope. Wasn't me.
Where were we going with that one? Where we
going? Yeah. I'm good. We good.
Oh,
I saw him. I looked right at his ass. I knew he looked at me like, you motherfucker.
Oh, I know
you ain't just said that.
Right. It bleeds.
Okay.
It bleeds.
See, nah, that ain't no. You made the wrong leap, brother.
Right. That is not where my colleague, Mr. 2020, was going with that one.
No, it's not. I was talking about dinosaurs. Damn it.
He was talking about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Yeah.
There was there's something else that people are connecting to this timing. Is that Donald Trump, all his tax returns went to the district attorney's office in New York, and they're building this case. It's a state case.
Yeah,
and the only person that would be able to overturn these charges would be the governor of New York. And if they replace Cuomo with somebody that's Trump friendly, then he gets off scot-free again. So that's like the other big point that is kind of making its rounds in media right now with Cuomo and the timing with these sexual allegations.
You said that if they replaced him with somebody else, that that Trump would get off scot-free.
I mean, if somebody to put in there was just
his puppet,
Trump puppet, or.
Let me tell you something, man. It's a game being played around us that a lot of us ain't privy to, and I wouldn't doubt that shit, man. I would not doubt
That's
that shit whatsoever.
that is crazy. But
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't put it past him considering all the shit that he did right in front of us. You know what I mean? From the attorney general on down
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, yeah, you saw what happened. He didn't understand that appointing all these damn Supreme Court justices, that those are lifetime appointments. They don't give two shits about you. You can't fire me.
Right.
I'm in here. You know what I mean? I don't have to do your bidding. You know, I'm gonna go, and so far they have it. You know what I mean? And he's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Like, you know, y'all not gonna overturn that. No, actually, it makes sense, and we're gonna roll with it.
Mhm.
You know, you got three of them up there, man. That's huge,
Right.
and none of them has done his bidding.
And
you know,
they're like, these motherfuckers ain't got to be loyal to you. They like, shit.
Yeah.
We got one of the
He don't-
highest honors in our profession. No, we got the highest honor
yeah,
in our
hell,
profession. Supreme Court.
you-
Thank
You
you,
see,
but fuck you.
you see Clarence Thomas up there sleep in every damn photo. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a shit.
Not at all. Fucking sleep off that itis.
And they said that cat never says anything. He's always
He ain't got
deferred
to.
to Scalia when he was alive. He never said shit. Just sit there.
Shit, the last time he said something got his ass in trouble. Remember that Anita Hill thing? That motherfucker want to bring up pubic hairs. Yeah, I keep my mouth shut too from now on. That shit lasted, seemed like damn near forever.
Take the check and shut the fuck
just,
up.
Pretty much. I'm just gonna put this damn robe on and take a nap.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. Take this check. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna vote how they tell me to vote.
But yeah, but that's something to think about, man. That whole thing with if they could get Cuomo out of there and get you know, one of the dude's flunkies in there to do
and I just thought about something. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me say this. What if that's the whole thing with Clarence Thomas? What if he really ain't this sellout that everybody think? What if he just a motherfucker that don't want that shit to come back up? What if they got like 19 bitches on him too?
They probably do, but first of all, you need to check what's going on inside his house. You heard what his wife did on the anniversary of that shit like a couple years ago.
What happened?
She wanted Anita Hill to call her husband and apologize.
Get the fuck
that part.
So she just brought the shit all up. She brought it up all over again.
She brought it up, man. Like I said, you need to, the call came from in the house.
Never mind. My white privilege should transfer over to my husband too.
Pretty much.
Black bitch apologize.
He's the victim.
No, man. Never mind. What I said is a moot point now.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. You need to apologize to my husband. That would be the right thing to do.
So I need to apologize to you for him being inappropriate with me? Fuck you.
What year was that? Was that like 91? 93? Somewhere
when that happened? Yeah.
Because that was, it had to be 91. It had to be the latest year because Clinton was in 92, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this whole thing came back up because they were talking about wouldn't it be real crazy if they appointed Anita Hill to the Supreme Court justice as well? You know what I mean? And that's when that whole ordeal came up with, with his wife, was making around saying that she need to apologize to my husband, for that whole scenario.
Bitch, shut up. That's exactly what he should have said.
I'm sure he said something,
right.
Because it didn't come back up after,
Bitch, what the fuck you doing? They wouldn't think about me. I was over here asleep.
They woke me up for this.
Right. This is some shit you starting. Let's go make some cornbread. Damn, man.
Something wrong.
Unbelievable, man. From the monarchy to dinosaurs to Anita Hill. I'd be down. Boy, we make some rounds.
Man, but that's what 3 the Hard Way about, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
All of us evil.
I got I got something to admit.
Go for it.
All right, so I was editing the last video about Tekashi 6ix9ine and him sliding in the fucking Lil Nas X DMs and trying to get some of that Nicki Minaj dress up Gucci. So I come across one of Tekashi 6ix9ine songs, and I was shocked on how fucking hard that shit was. It just didn't match
What?
the picture. Have you heard that song Groovy? Gobi?
Gruber,
What's it called?
you got Gummo and you got Gruber. I think
Yeah,
it
it was
is.
one of them. It was one of them. I'm sitting there like listening to it like this motherfucker sound awfully hard, and then you see the photo of him, and it's just like none of this shit match.
Yeah, match. Okay, man. Like I said, that's just what it is, man. He's an anomaly. I don't get that dude at all or whatever. The whole I don't know.
Can I
I
talk
don't know,
this?
man.
What was my man's name from CB4? Gusto.
Gusto.
And you know how they say, "Oh, this cat is Gusto." What if this motherfucker is just a personification of the rap game? Remember, because for years we heard a lot of these motherfuckers, period, wasn't really that dude about that life. But they selling it to us.
Yeah.
What if he's just the mascot for that shit? You selling us all this gangster shit.
But it still don't hit right.
No.
You know what I mean? It still don't hit right. You know what I mean? It don't hit the ears right or whatever. And like Tank said, it's like I'm looking at him and I'm listening to his music and it don't match. You know what I mean? It
Right.
just
Look.
I think we really need to reach out to an expert and ask them. And I wish MC Ren could answer this question for us. Is this motherfucker really as hard as he sounds?
Facts.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
No, this motherfucker is not as hard. I mean, they talk about it in the documentary who this cat is. The reason they call him a supervillain is literally because this was all a plan. He planned to put himself around those dudes. He is the farthest thing from a motherfucking gangster. He planned to put himself around those guys because he wanted to do this. He planned all this shit. He tricked them niggas. He tricked them motherfuckers.
They saw a meal ticket, man.
Right. And he knew it. But they said he knew the shit. He knew. Look, man. These motherfuckers, they might have been doing whatever, but these some motherfuckers from the block in New York. They all struggling. And when they saw him, they said, shit, we gonna get paid, and all we gotta do is stand around this motherfucker, look hard, protect him from the dumb shit that he's saying, and I ain't checking in and going to places at 4 a.m. when everybody else sleep looking hard. It was a free ride for them. He gonna get us in the door some places we probably never get in otherwise. We gonna be around some hoes we probably never get to touch otherwise. It was a trade-off, man.
Yeah, until like I explained to Mr. Tank earlier, until the cops is on your ass.
There you go.
Then you see who gonna stand tall and who gonna fold. You know,
just look at it like this. This is the same motherfucker who used to be surrounded by, I think it's non-trade gangsters, these non-trade bloods or whatever. Mm-hmm. Now the motherfucker surrounded by police and security.
And he got the money,
right? And he doing the same shit with them as he was with the gang, so-called gang members. The cat is just a character. He a character. He a troll. This motherfucker didn't read all year. I read the 48 Laws of Power. What does this motherfucker not embody? Court attention at all cost. That's him.
Yeah, with the OGs is looking at the whole situation like they didn't let this little knucklehead, this little jack-o'-lantern jump in here and mess up the game or whatever. The OGs looking at it like, dude, y'all, that's on you. Look at him. Y'all let him slide.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you think was gonna happen? You put him on. You know what I mean? You put this on. This is
right.
This is the stat quo now
for a couple of dollars.
That's what you think was gonna happen when the one time got on your ass or whatever. When shit got thick.
For a couple of dollars, man. They let this cat do it for a couple of dollars, man. There ain't a black motherfucker on this planet who could have got away with numbers.
That. Yeah, man. He got cats doing some serious time, man. Running his mouth.
And it, you know what? It's one thing to just do what he did, but it's another thing to do what he did and then be caught on the phone trying to put a hit on another. It was Chief Keef that he was trying to put the hit on. They got the evidence. They didn't reduce his time. They let that motherfucker out scot-free. And what does he do? He get out and he can't stop causing trouble, man.
So do you think it's good business for these cats to be jumping on songs with him?
Hell no.
How does that work now? You think it's good business?
If you're doing something illegal, man, don't get in front of a fucking camera.
No.
But that's this generation, cats on there.
Right.
I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, or whatever, and and it's IG Live or all that shit, Facebook, whatever,
More motherfuckers than got caught
self-snitching.
From self-snitching. Look at listen, I hate to mention this cat's name because he a folk hero to everybody. Bobby Shmurda is in jail. Went to jail.
He's out.
He's out. Yeah.
He's out.
He got locked up because of a song. The purpose of the song was to look gangster. So he put actual shit in there and they all got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Motherfuckers, there was another group of motherfuckers. I forget. This might have been 4 or 5 years ago. They made a rap video. They was cooking up crack. Actual crack. They got to knock at the door. They asses all got indicted. And locked the fuck up. Got time. These little rap videos and got a lot of them caught.
Have you seen sorry to cut you off. Have you seen the first 48 lately? You know what they do and what they use to catch these knuckleheads now?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Had a dude on there, whatever. He shot somebody, but they went on his Facebook account or whatever. He had the same damn outfit on.
I saw that one. Yeah.
They matched it up and was like, dude had on a denim vest with stars on it in the video or on Facebook or whatever. But then on the video surveillance at the gas station where he shot up a car or whatever, he had the same damn outfit on. It ain't hard. That's the first thing they go to. This is your social media.
Yeah. And this is how crazy motherfuckers is, right? They catching motherfuckers from the cell phone with using their cell phones.
Yeah, their location.
Right.
Yeah.
Nip said that he was out one day. His grandmother told him, "Hey man, make sure you don't go over in this area." Said he had a homie in the car from the opposite team, and the reason he didn't stop over there with his dudes is because he ain't feel like pressing no lines.
Yep.
Said he kept going. Later on, he said he was watching the news or he had heard through the grapevine that it was a fucking a bust over there. And they had found somebody who did some shit because of the cell phone towers. Them shits was pinging. And that's how they caught him. So you think if they ain't using that type of technology, they not just looking on this shit and looking at these videos and listening closely to what people saying and matching that shit up with cold cases? That's what happened to Bobby. Yeah. It was doom, click, 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 click. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, it's this whole, and I hate to even use this term because it's not of my generation, but it's that clout chasing shit.
Everybody want to be famous for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
Everybody want to be gangster. Everybody want to pull out their tools. They want to pull out the money. They want to flex with the girls. They want to do the things with the cars, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And makes you see somebody run up on them and take all of it.
Look at Adrian Broner.
All of it.
Look at Adrian Broner.
Man, he's the king of just getting jammed up by his own words.
By his own words and actions.
Like you too old for that, bro.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Look what okay, so listen. This is
Break it down for him, Bob.
This is what AB did. AB had been in court already for child support. Amongst all he didn't got arrested for a gun, all kind of shit. This motherfucker was in court for child support. He say, I'm facing some hard times. I can't pay child support right now. I ain't been getting the fights. What did this motherfucker do? Got caught on camera with all this money.
After.
Had his ass right back in court. What's he saying? I can't. People was helping me out, letting me use money. That's where I got it from. A judge was like, oh yeah, motherfucker. Okay, well you finna do this, that, and the 15. Because he couldn't put the money in his pocket and just, you know what I mean?
What motherfucking black dude in his right mind will go on fucking camera showing how much money they got in their pocket?
When you're in the rears and child support.
Which is shit. I don't give a fuck if you current. You don't do that shit. That'll get you fucking robbed in a heartbeat.
Right.
What the fuck?
And like he said, man, it was clout chasing, man. For whatever reason, like, dude, you are worldwide champion, man. I mean, what else do you need? We know you got money.
You ain't paid child
mean?
support in 30 years and you came back? You big dummy? Come on, man. Come on.
Did you go back and watch the movie twice?
You said what?
Did you go back and
No,
watch
I ain't
the
give it a
movie
second
twice?
watch.
No, that's just that one
That's
time.
just that
was
one
one of
funny
the
part.
funniest
One of the
scenes.
funniest
That was
scenes.
it.
Right. Right.
I had to go back and watch Boomerang and shit. You know, something to redeem Eddie, man. God.
To get that taste out your mouth.
You got, like I said, man, you got the old heads. They enjoyed it or whatever.
Man, look,
you know, but
number one movie in the country.
I still don't get
Excuse
that.
me?
Number one movie in the country.
He hit that sweet spot, man. Ain't nothing else out there right now.
I guess,
And it's Eddie. It's Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Let me
the
tell you
name
this.
still carries weight.
You know what this is? This is this. One of the things that you find out about doing stand-up, man, you got to be on your shit. Not always getting a laugh is not a bad thing because it helps you work on your craft. You're like, okay, I got to throw this shit out or I need to adjust it. But you learn quickly, man, motherfuckers get laughs just because of who they are. They're going to get up there and people will be so happy to see him. You be like, man, this shit wasn't even funny. But it's this motherfucker versus you. Don't nobody know who the fuck you are. But it's them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. It's Eddie. So, you know, his name, you know, like our colleague said last week, it just that motherfucker got some weight behind it. Just like when I said, how in the fuck is Steve Harvey gonna sit up there and give Richard Pryor's son a chance when they don't do that to another comedian? Is that Pryor name carry a lot of goddamn weight?
Mm-hmm.
All old painless name don't carry no weight. I got to grind it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Certain names will open doors for you, man. You know,
right?
So that's just how that goes.
Right. I'm still using keys, man. Shit.
Oh man, what a set! Y'all
Yes,
two
sir.
are foolish tonight, man. Foolish.
Man, that ain't just
crazy. Nah, man, I didn't. That was on y'all. Y'all pulled that out.
We pulled it out.
Y'all pulled that out. Y'all looked way too deep into that. There wasn't nothing there. There was nothing there, man.
Sure, there wasn't dead.
Not at all. Yeah,
man. I stepped on that rake. Okay. I stepped on that one real tough.
Yeah,
real
man.
tough.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What else is going on?
Yeah, we got my Ed's wine of the week.
What we got? We should do that.
We got Ruta 22. It's a Malbec.
Look at that.
Okay.
You know, it's delicious. It's from Mendoza, Argentina. You can pick that up at your local Total Wine and More. You know,
what's a Malbec? Is that kind of like maybe a type of Zinfandel or
in Australia?
No, you know, how they say you got
Merlots.
You got your Merlots, your Rosés. Is Malbec like a type of wine?
Yeah, it's a red. It's not a Zinfandel. It's a red. It's not a red blend. It's probably more like a cab-ish.
Okay, Cabernet. Okay.
Yeah, somewhat. But yeah, man, it's not bad, man. You let it breathe for a little bit and have at it. You know, make it do what it do. So yeah, we start doing my wine of the week.
I like.
And, we got
start
to
plugging.
That's a dope idea.
Make that happen, and whatever else we feel like fucking putting our stamp on. You know. Like Tank want to start doing pre-rolls.
Right.
That's it.
Trying to make everybody go green or whatever,
Right.
We get Ob to get his energy drinks, the one that's the most nutritious. There you go.
Hey,
Okay.
What is that?
This is actually Dwayne Johnson and his ex-wife Danny Garcia, 2 other partners. It's called Zoa.
Okay.
So it's it's not a pre-workout. One, I thought it was a pre-workout, but it's actually just an energy drink. It's got 160 milligrams of natural caffeine, and they also make it sugarless. Just came out this year. It started shipping to GNC, I think, on the 7th, but you can order it. And I made the mistake of getting the sugar, so I'm drinking a bunch of them. But I'm gonna get the sugarless joints. But yeah, this is Zoa, the Rock Dwayne Johnson's new energy drink.
hey, is
Nice.
how is
But
it?
does it taste good?
Yes.
Okay.
They actually have, they have, if you go on the website, a bunch of different flavors. I just got the wild orange. They got lemon lime. They got, I think it's raspberry. They got a natural flavor, but it's actually good, man. It's not too heavy on the sugar.
Okay.
Even though this one has sugar, it's not too heavy. Not too heavy on the caffeine either. Again, it's natural, so you're alert, but you ain't walking around, with a knife in your mouth looking for, commandos to fight.
It don't give you the jitters, man. Do it,
Right.
once it because that was rock stars, man. I even the ones without sugar or whatever
Yeah.
gave me the jitters, man. I couldn't. Yeah, I was like, let me stop messing with this shit.
My shit was always the amps because I like the taste of it. But again, and that was one of those that had the give those jitters, those
Okay.
amps, no matter what flavor. But this, I dig this, man. I dig this. I try to keep up with the brother and what he doing, man, because he got his hands dipped in everything, man. And I'm trying to do
Indeed.
some, at 40, man, I'm trying to do some different things with myself, man. And so, I'm trying to watch, you know, watch certain people's moves and try to do some of those same things myself. So yeah, this is one I support, the Zoa, man.
Okay.
ZOA. Yeah, man.
How is
Again,
it
that's the
compared to
Rock.
Ribbits?
Ribbit. What the fuck is Ribbits?
You remember
What
them
you
little ass
talking about?
fucking energy drinks from Iraq? The defact fucking energy drinks?
Nah, I don't remember those.
What
Oh
the
man.
hell?
Let me tell you
Ribbits.
something.
You used to mess with those?
What's that?
You drunk those? You mess with
Oh,
those?
they were the best when we was over there. If you get your hands on the red ones or the grape ones, oh, man, you were golden, bro. Telling you,
The
I found
best
them at the
en-
dollar store. I had to buy a whole fucking case. Like,
Okay.
the best energy
Ribbits.
shit is them goddamn Red Bulls in Thailand. They come in this little thing like this. Phew, motherfuckers taste great. Nice little thing of energy, so you can go to the full moon party and fucking.
trying to tell me the Red Bulls out there got more nuts. They got more balls, huh? The Red Bulls out there got some motherfucking balls.
Right. Ain't like the
You
shrivel
walked right into
The
that one,
Red
man. You
Bulls
saw
in
he was setting you
Thailand.
up, man.
They packing, bro.
You didn't see the setup?
No, I didn't.
Oh my
Hey, you
God.
gotta
Who'd have
watch
thought?
him. You
That
gotta
was it,
watch
man.
it, man. But yeah, man. So that's my little product. That's my little product, man.
I ain't got no
Okay,
fucking
all right.
products.
Tell you, man. I know you guys.
Stay
You ain't
in
got no
your place.
oils or anything, man.
What's that?
You ain't trying to endorse any oils or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Maybe next week.
Like not tonight,
Not
sir. It's
Right.
all about you, son.
Right.
It's all
Not
about you. Not
tonight.
tonight.
Not
So pick up
tonight.
your Zoa and your mail back. Ruta.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Ruda.
There you go.
Ruda 22.
Yeah.
Ruda.
Ruda. Yeah.
Okay, brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. On that note, we should be able to call it, man.
Yes,
I guess
sir.
we did a good set.
Another great show, man, with my brothers. Another Another week. We done warded off the evils of the world. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way he processed that. We're here to fight.
Right. We get a good perspective, baby. We here, you dig?
Man, we're here to fight. I'm like, man, they call me Mr. Turn Off the Lights, man. That's because I need to take a nap. I don't care who in the bed with me. I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Turn them fucking lights off.
There you go.
Mr. 2020.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen.
It's been real,
We did it
baby.
again, man. We
Read
did
the
it
hard
again.
way.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.